Hey guys, this is Lance from Cinematic Galaxy here, and I just saw Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol last night. I actually first watched the series because Chris Stuckman, Tom Chattelbest, two of my favorite critics here on YouTube, they are big fans of the series. So anyway, I'm going to give a quick rundown. One, I kind of had to watch it again to kind of really grasp the plot. It's a very much a thinking movie, but I really enjoyed it a lot. I loved it actually. I'll probably give that a solid A. 2, I still enjoyed. I liked it quite a bit less though. I found myself not really caring a whole lot about the story in that film. The romance was kind of weak, even though Thandie Newton was very attractive, but I'm going to give that one a B-. And 3 is probably my favorite of the series so far. I love J.J. Abrams' take on it, kind of more realistic, still very fun element, a little more team-oriented than 2. Great villain. I'll give that one an A. But now, I've said enough about those films. Let me shove them to the side because this review is about Ghost Protocol. You know what, guys? I'm not even going to give a premise summary in this film. I don't really think it's that necessary because going into this film, the story, you'll follow the story, you know, you'll see what happens. I don't really need to talk about that. But I am going to tell you that I love this movie. I loved everything about this movie. I really did. Wow. Sorry guys, I don't want to make this a fanboy, you know, freak out video, but man did I love this film. This was such an entertaining film. First of all, the cast. The cast in this film is by far the strongest out of all the Mission Impossible films. You know, you have Tom Cruise back as Ethan Hunt. He's great. And then you have several new members. You know, Ethan Hunt has a new team in this film. You have Simon Pegg, who had a brief role in 3, but he has a bigger role in this film, and I love him. You know, he brings a lot of great comedy to it. He's not overboard, but he's very subtly funny. And also he has a good, you know, he can be serious. And when he's serious, he's pretty friggin' awesome. I'll tell you that. You have Jeremy Renner in this film. And I loved his character as well. You know, judging from the trailers, I kind of thought I wasn't going to like him almost. But I actually really loved his character. He was great and had a lot of great depth to him. He performed it very well. And honestly, I'm actually intrigued for the Bourne Legacy now because I think that this guy could pull off that type of role. And Paula Patton. Paula Patton, man. How have I not heard of her before this film? Well, to be fair, she hadn't really acted in a whole lot prior to this, but hopefully she's a uprising star because, first of all, to not sound shallow, I actually really liked her performance. She was very good in this film, and her character was very well fleshed out. And then on a side note, she is incredibly sexy. I loved her, you know, I mean, not just in the exploitation kind of way, but just personality-wise, you know. But again, I really liked her character, and I actually really bought her as this really experienced, you know, skilled agent. You know, sometimes you see movies, it can be male or female, and you just do not buy that actor as that type of character at all that can really, you know, kick some can. But I could totally buy her as that type of character. Now, I know some people are going to say that the villain of this film was underdeveloped personality-wise. That might be kind of true, but I didn't care at all because I thought that his plot was very threatening and easily the most threatening out of all the Mission Impossible films. Now, Brad Bird is the director of this film. He's made The Iron Giant, The Incredibles, and Ratatouille. But before all this, The Incredibles is my favorite of them all, and they're all animated films, but they're all fantastic movies. And his transition from animation to live action is so seamless and so just smooth. And a lot of people have been asking for an Incredibles 2, including myself. I would love to see one. And this is the closest thing that we have to an Incredibles 2. It really is. It is so solid in all regards. The action scenes are just phenomenal. They will take your breath away. And there's several of them too. Like, I can't even pick a favorite action scene because there were so many great ones. So many great fight scenes, you know, well choreographed, not a whole lot of shaky cam and stuff. And just when you think things have settled down a little bit and everything's sort of calm, boom, you know, and something else happens, and it's endlessly entertaining. It never gets in the way of the story. And that's another thing. Brad Bird, all his films, the thing they have in common, great stories, great characters, great emotional depth. All of his films have that. This is no exception. You know, some people coming into this might think it's just a generic summer blockbuster. It is not. Brad Bird fits this series perfectly. He brings all the best things about the Mission Impossible series, all the previous films. He builds on their strengths, and he makes them that much better. The score of this film is also very good by Michael Giacchino, who is one of my favorite composers nowadays. He brings a terrific, very exciting, very jazzy sort of style to it. All in all, I had no problems with this movie whatsoever. I really did not. I never thought the pacing was bad. It was always good. Though it really picks up, you know, towards the early, middle part, and it's just a great ride from there on. And I really love the ending. I won't say a word about what it is, but the ending of this film left me completely satisfied. And you know what, guys? This might give some of you a heart attack, though I really hope it doesn't. But this might, if it's not already, this very well might become one of my favorite movies of all time. I am not kidding. I love this movie that much. You know what? I'm going to give Ghost Protocol my highest rating in the book. An A+. I mean, what else do you expect after this review? Like, there was nothing I didn't like about it. What am I going to say? Tom Cruise had long hair, points off for that? No. It's not just a brainless popcorn film. It's very well made. That scene in Dubai. The fact that they shot on location and that Tom Cruise did his own stunts. I mean, all of it is just so... I love stuff like that. To be honest, this movie made me feel like I was a little kid. Like back when I was watching a lot of stuff for the first time, like you know, Dragon Ball Z or Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies, or just different stuff like that, you know, cartoons and stuff I used to love. It just really gave me that exciting feel like, oh, whoa, I can't believe that's happening. Anyway, guys, let me know. Did my review get you pumped for this film? Were you already pumped for this film? Or have you seen this film and did you love it as much as I did? Just let me know in the comments. I'm open to all opinions. I don't mind disagreeing with anyone. And just let me know. But I highly recommend you see this film. Also, on a minor note, I saw this film in IMAX. First of all, I'm going to say it did not come with the Dark Knight Rises prologue. I was a little disappointed, but I'm not too disappointed because I still want the film to be fresh for me going into it. So, you know, I'll just see it. I'll see it anyway when it comes out. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you take my opinion into consideration and see this film. Anyway, Merry Christmas to you all, and this is Lance from Cinematic Galaxy signing off.